What's up, my brothers from another mother? So in this video, I got a requested topic from a guy that wanted to know why it was so easy for women to default to their hypergamous nature, like their feminine natures, and why guys struggle so badly to be in their masculine and, you know, be strong, masculine, virtuous kind of dudes that they're expected to be in today's world. Now, before I get into that topic, I'm going to read off all the details that he gave me there. I got this...
One medium iced coffee.
Yeah, how you doing? So, I got a ping here from Extra Wallets, and they sent me this wallet, which I actually love, and I'm going to tell you why this thing is so awesome. This is the first smart wallet. It's really, really handy. Really handy, in fact.
Hi, iced coffee?
Yes, cheers, thanks. So, the cool thing about this wallet, guys, is it has a tracker that comes with the wallet. And I'm just going to pull over up here and show it to you real quick, because there's a special offer on this right now. If you buy, there's a 25% discount code pinned below. Let me just find somewhere to park here, and then I'm going to read the request from this gentleman as well. But yeah, so check this out. So it's got this solar powered device, which it takes an hour or two to charge up. I mean, I just basically left this sitting on the table the other day when I was on a patio having lunch. You slide it in here, and it's two-way. So if I lose my wallet, which I'm pretty good at doing often now that I've got more than one car, I can leave it in the gym bag. It might be in one of the other cars. I just basically go to the app on my phone, hit a button, and it starts ringing, and it's really easy to find. The flip side of that as well is I can hit this tracker in here. I don't even have to take it out of here, but I can punch this little button twice, and if I can't find my phone, the tracker activates my phone. So one or the other, it's real easy to find. The other cool thing about this is it protects your credit cards from getting scanned, of course. It's got this little button here you push and your cards pop out. It'll hold 5. They're real easy to access. They don't fall out if you shake it or anything like that. And it's got a little clip here for your cash, throw your driver's license in. Nice little device. If you guys want one of these, there's a sale on right now this summer. Pinned in the top comment below, you're going to use Summer 25. You'll also see it when you land on the page. But look for the link pinned in the top comment for one of these extra wallets. They're beautiful pieces of artwork. And they're the first wallets I've ever seen where if you lose it or you can't find your phone, you can track one or the other. It's a really, really cool piece. Check that out. All right, so on to this guy's specific request. So what he wants to know is, why is it hard for many men to follow their nature and being masculine, while women have no trouble following their nature, being hypergamous, for example? Why do men have to figure things out while women are just doing just fine by being women? Isn't nature strong in both genders? Another follow-up he has. So talk about those two differences, please. All right, so let's get into this request by this gentleman and dive down this interesting rabbit hole, because it is a different one. I'll be honest with you guys, we got to start from the understanding that we live in a gynocentric social order in the West, okay? In all Western countries, women are always put first. It's always been that way. You know, if you go back to the old films, like even the Titanic was revisited and updated anyway. It was always like women and children first if the boat was sinking. It's never, you know, the wealthiest, most successful, most masculine men first. It's always, we must protect and preserve women. And realistically, it's been that way throughout the entirety of history. It's always been, women have been the protected sex, and men are the disposable sex. It's one of the things that Dr. Warren Farrell talked about in his book, The Myth of Male Power, which I have pinned in the Amazon bookstore, also in the top comment if you're interested in reading that. Highly recommend it. It is an enlightening read. So why are women naturally able to connect with their feminine and their hypergamous nature, you know, solipsism? These are all innate traits that are pretty much unique to women. A lot of guys that don't understand these concepts will say things like, well, men are hypergamous too, or they'll make up stuff like, oh, men are hypogamous, or, you know, they just create this narrative that tries to level this playing field and try to keep it all egalitarian, blank slate equalism. Men and women are exactly the same, so let's treat everybody identically. And that's really not how it works out. Men and women are in fact quite different, and there's nothing wrong with that. We're complementary to one another. And that's a good thing. You want to have somebody that's a complement to your life. You want a woman to complement your life, not be the focus of it. I don't know that I've met many women that are not naturally innate hypergamous. okay? In that sense, right? Like women don't, it's not often, let me just correct myself, it's not often that you'll see women marry down or date down. I've seen random guys will post comments sometimes like, why is it you see these beautiful women with these ugly, happy trolls sort of thing? Short, fat, ugly guys that shouldn't be with attractive women. And, well, there's the looks, money, status part. And if you have enough money and enough status, women are going to overlook the looks component of the alpha seed part of the equation. And that's why you see that happening from time to time. But generally speaking, on a socioeconomic basis, women are not dating and marrying down. Okay, if she sees herself perceived, it's important that I clarify. If she perceives herself as an 8 out of 10 type of woman, there is no way in hell that she's going to get romantically involved with any guy that's a 5 out of 10 that she perceives as a 5 out of 10. You ask any divorce lawyer this question, and one of the things, even if they're not red pilled, that they'll notice throughout their entire practice is that all women tend to marry up, across and up. So when I say across and up, it's like if she sees herself as an 8 out of 10, she's looking for a guy that's a minimum an 8 out of 10 or better. Again, perceived. She may not be an 8 out of 10. She could be a 6 or a 7. It's just she's got enough thirsty betas following her on social media and Instagram that she's convinced that her worth is greater than what it actually is. But that's just the reality of it. So there's not much you can do about her perception. So women have adapted to this natural trait. So specific to his question, he's like, why is it natural for women to be hypergamous, but men struggle to be masculine? I'll talk about the masculine part in a bit because it ties into the gynocentric social order, right? But women are innately hypergamous, and they'll innately tune into that from the get-go, right? And quite simply, it's hardwired into their DNA as a survival mechanism. For a woman and her offspring to survive, she would have needed to, throughout history, and this is not even just currently today, but throughout history, it's even less significant today because women, they can go on mat leave for like a couple weeks and then bring nannies in and just go right back to their corporate CEO job or CFO or C-suite job, whatever it may be. So it doesn't matter so much. But in history, or throughout history, women had no chance of survival for themselves or their offspring if they were going to mate and pair bond with losers. It really just boils down to that. If she made a bad choice in mate selection, she would have been wiped out through evolution. It's different for men. Women are the gatekeepers to sex. They're the ones that, of course, can ensure their own paternity because they know it's their kid, because of course they're impregnated with it. So their primary objective is nothing more than, do I have enough provisioning to take care of myself and my child? And is this guy, able to pull the hat trick for me? Is this guy the best that I can do? So they've always asked themselves that throughout history. Men, on the other hand, in recent history, because his question, specific to masculinity, why do guys struggle being masculine? Men, on the other hand, they've got a pretty steep uphill battle today, if I'm being honest. Masculinity in the past, again, if you didn't learn certain competency skills like how to feed yourself, how to fight for yourself, how to take care of your tribe, how to integrate, with that, you're pretty much dead. It's not many guys that would have survived being expelled from those types of tribal communities. That's just how humans operate. But in today's gynocentric social order, where we bend the knee to women, it's let's always put women's needs first. Men have always been disposable. Let's protect women. Now we're starting to see a lot more guys, and one of the biggest problems really is a lot of boys are being raised by single mothers. 70-80% of divorces are initiated by women. About 75 to 85% of custody orders still go to women to this very day in 2020. They won't admit to these numbers, but you go looking for the stats and go do some Googling. That's where we're at still. So most young children, boys included, are more often than not raised by single moms. One of the other problems that a lot of guys face too is a lot of guys, when the mom breaks up with the dad, and then she, of course, gets custody most of the time, She ends up, of course, having the child 70 to 80% of the time. Dad might get the every other weekend deal or a Wednesday night dinner kind of tossed in there for good measure. She brings a new guy into the mix. It's entirely possible that a man that is not that boy's father has more time with that boy than the actual father. This is the messed up environment that we raise kids up in today, which is why we have so many boys struggling to connect with masculinity. That's why we have so many guys. I do a lot of group sessions and one-on-one sessions with guys, counseling sessions where they're utterly and totally stuck on pining for one woman, or they've been force-fed this steady diet their entire life of, happy wife, happy life, and just be yourself, be a nice guy, and women will appreciate you for that, and blah, blah, blah. And then they realize when they enter adulthood and they get into their 20s, and sometimes this persists into their 30s, 40s, 50s even, that doesn't work. And that the belief that they had to just be a nice guy or, do the right thing. They always say different things to men and women. They say to women, do the right thing for you, girl. But they tell guys, you do the right thing. Totally different set of lyrics and narratives. So guys that are at a disadvantage, boys are at a disadvantage growing up, and they don't have a lot of opportunities to access strong, masculine, virtuous men. They have difficulty with that with their father. Even if the parents stay married for the entire length of those children growing up, a lot of men end up becoming betatized throughout the course of that relationship. I'm going to put a card up on the top right. I did a 90-minute broadcast on the betatization through 1,000 concessions process on a Before the Train Wreck. So pop that open and check it out after this video. But to kind of tie this in and wrap it up, the way that you can fix this, the way that you can improve this significantly is really if you're a young man and you start to realize, okay, I'm 16, 17 years old and I'm seeing I don't have a lot of strong masculine influences in my life. I'm not able to see my dad, or my dad moved away, or mom pushed him away, or whatever the, insert narrative is. If you end up, discovering that for yourself, you can go and seek out masculine mentors. I mean, there's a lot of stuff obviously on YouTube. I'm often called by guys like the father that they never had sort of thing. That's fine, cool, but you also have to have some in-person interaction. One of the best places to go and get some of that is in strength training. Make sure you hit the gym. And number two, join a dojo. There's literally no betas in dojos. I've never seen any weak guys that have stayed working out in MMA, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Krav Maga, boxing, kickboxing, whatever. They just don't. They either improve and they start to slowly kill off the beta tendencies, or they quit and they leave. So you're not gonna struggle to find strong masculine influences in places like this. So it's incumbent upon you as a guy, if you recognize this, to go and do some work and fix that. But long story short, it's a tough, it's a real tough uphill battle for guys, and I do feel sorry for them. For the most part, it's real hard for them to get great results and understand these things. And then, of course, once they start hearing some of these truth bombs, it's like a jagged little pill. It's like they want to spit it up, even though it's the truth, and it helps to reconcile these indiscretions in their life and where they are, and how, one and one never added up for them. A lot of guys will sort of like take that red pill and they'll spit it back up, and they don't want to hear about it. Or maybe their sister or their mom will say, oh, that's misogynistic or something like that, to try to discourage you from embracing that part of your life. So, it's really just the whole awareness thing. It all starts with awareness. So we'll leave it at that. I think that was a great topic to kind of riff to, and want to thank you for making that suggestion. Sorry, I crumpled up the ball. I think it was T something. I can't remember the guy's name. But leave a comment below. Check out the pinned comments in the top of the comments section. There's a lot of useful links in there. I've pinned in there all the books that I recommend guys should read from my Amazon bookstore. These are all masculine empowerment type of books that will help you understand masculinity and understand the sexual marketplace and how to get some better results with that. There's also links to my community, how to sponsor topic requests and stuff like that for videos. So check that out. We'll see you guys in the next one. Hope you guys have an amazing day. Peace out.